Okay, so I started investing in SCHD on May 30, 2025. When you see here, I bought one share at 26.23, and um I actually bought like three shares. So I bought another share on June 4th, 2025 at 26.38. And then the last share, or the third share, I bought on June 10, 2025 at $27.02. And from there on, I've been investing around $4 to $5 every single day, until the market closed on August 15, 2025. As you see, I bought it at 497. So close to 5, because Fidelity like rounds down for some reason. I'm not really too sure about on that. But yeah, between May 30, 2025, when I started, to August 15, 2025, it's been 77 days of dollar cost averaging $5 into SCHD. And I've started to dollar cost average into SCHD because it's a dividend ETF. So quarterly, so there's 4 quarters in a year. SCHD pays you a dividend to how many shares you own. So I finally reached 10 shares. If you see right there where it says shares owned, I now have 10 shares and 0.91. But yeah, 10 shares of SCHD in only 77 days. So that's actually pretty good. It helped out that I actually bought like 3 shares altogether, instead of like DCAing into one share. That helped. But yeah, without those, yeah, that helped a lot. So yeah, I mean, DCAing whatever you can put into the stock market or any stock or ETF, it really adds up over time. You might think that it's insignificant, DCAing, whatever, like $5, $1, $2, for however much you can. But over time, it adds up. So yeah, because if you look at it in 77 days, I got to 10 shares of SCHD. And the thing is, with those shares, I'm gonna get in the next quarter when SCHD pays out their next dividend. I'm gonna get more of the dividend than the last quarter because of those shares that I now own, which means I will get even more shares of SCHD because I'm reinvesting the dividends that SCHD is gonna pay me. So if you take a look where it says amount, the distributions, the amount of the last quarter that SCHD paid out was 0.26 cents for every share that you own. And I didn't really have a lot of shares of SCHD, so I didn't really get paid that much. But the thing is, the SCHD grows their dividends every quarter. So it's not going to be 26 cents, or it might be 26 cents. But the thing is, since I have 10 shares of SCHD, and I'm going to get more by the time, because I'm going to be still DCAing every market week. So by the time SCHD pays out their next quarterly dividend, I'm gonna have more shares, and if SCHD increases their amounts per share of dividends, then I'm gonna get even more shares of SCHD, and then those shares are gonna be reinvested, and so on and so forth, and the snowball effect is gonna, you know, gonna happen. Let's say right now SCHD pays out 0.26 cents, and I have 10 shares. That's around $2.60 of that I'm gonna get back from the dividends of SCHD. When those dividends are gonna get reinvested, I'm gonna get more shares, and so on and so forth. If we take a look at the first dividend that I got from SCHD, it was back in June 30, 2025. It doesn't say how many shares I owned at that time, but it was not 10 shares because I recently just hit 10 shares. But if you see here, I got paid 0.98 cents, so not even a dollar. But that I reinvested those dividends. So it went back to, so I got 0.037 shares back into SCHD. So that's like free money, I guess you should say, because I didn't really put any of my money to get those 0.037 shares. And yes, I know it's not a lot, but it does add up over time. So any number helps, honestly, if to grow your account, whether it be SCHD, VOO, any basically any ETF or stock that you pick. So yeah, I'm basically really happy that I got to 10 shares of SCHD. I thought it was gonna take a lot longer, honestly, because like I said, I'm not really investing like hundreds of dollars into SAHD. I'm only like investing $4 to $5 into SAHD every market day. But like I keep like repeating, it does add up because in 77 days I got to 10 shares, and who knows how many shares I will have in the next 77 days, in the next year, in the next 2 years, and so on and so forth, because I'm gonna be holding on to SCHD for the long run, whether like years and years, like 10, 15 years into the future. So I'm like really excited to see how many shares I'll be having, and what the dividends are gonna be in the future. If you see the total gain and loss, I'm up $5.18. And the last market day on Friday was it was down, or SAHD was down 0.10 cents. So yeah, I'm also gaining money, I guess. Like total value is increasing. But SCHD is not really like a growth ETF. It's more like a dividend ETF, like an income ETF. If you want income quarterly, this is the stock to hold because it's a really good stock. If you see the research, you'll see that holdings are ConocoPhillips, Chevron, Pepsi. Everyone drinks Pepsi. Everyone uses Cisco. That's internet. Archer Group, Avi, the Home Depot. Literally, everyone goes to Home Depot for their home improvements and so on and so forth. So yeah, these are some really good companies, and that's why SCHD is a good ETF to hold for the long run if you want to get dividends every quarter. This is not financial advice, but this is what I'm currently holding. SCHD is a good fit for me because in the future I want to be living off dividends. So yeah, I don't really mind holding SCHD for the long run.